Hello children, in the previous video you have understood what is the primary condition for maintaining the flow of current through a circuit, and you know that for maintaining steady flow of current through a circuit we need a battery, because the battery will be providing the necessary potential difference for maintaining the flow of current possible in a circuit, right. Now, when we study a cell, the first thing that comes to our mind is EMF or electromotive force. So, we will start discussing what is electromotive force or EMF. Clear? You are aware that a cell converts energy released in a chemical reaction into electrical energy. A cell consists of two electrodes. You have seen this, one is marked plus and the other is marked what? Minus. This is a cell. Now, this is marked plus, I'll let it this side, positive, and this is marked negative. Here we are connecting a resistance, external resistance, right, and here we are connecting a key. Now, these two electrodes are immersed in a solution called electrolyte, and you know the electrolyte breaks down into its component ions and produces the necessary energy. Children, as we immerse these two electrodes into this electrolyte, this is electrolyte, you can understand that the ions will be interacting with the two electrodes and therefore, each electrode will have a certain potential. Let us imagine, let potential of positive electrode is V plus. Positive electrode is V plus, is positive, and then we will assume potential of negative electrode is negative. So, minus V will say. If I ask you what is the optimum potential difference between these two electrodes, then what will you say? V will be equal to V plus minus V minus V plus V minus. So, this is the optimum potential difference between the electrodes of a cell, right. If I connect a voltmeter here and I keep the key off, means I am not drawing any current from the circuit, then this voltmeter will give you the value of optimum potential difference, which is called EMF of a cell. So, what is EMF therefore? EMF, children, is the potential difference between the electrodes of a cell when it is in open circuit, means when current is not being drawn from the cell. So, we will define EMF of a cell is equal to potential difference PD between the electrodes when it is in open circuit. Open circuit meaning, children, when no current is being drawn, and that is how much here? V plus plus V minus. So, we can say EMF is denoted by E is V plus plus V minus. This is EMF. Now, there is another terminology that we use, that is called terminal potential difference. Now, what is terminal potential difference, children? Now, imagine a situation when I close the key now, I will close the key. Or let us take it. Let us draw another diagram to see what is terminal potential difference. Now, imagine a situation in which I have another cell, I have two electrodes here, and then I have the external resistance R I close the key, yes, and then here I connect a voltmeter. This is the electrolyte. Now, once I close this key, then a current will be set up in the circuit. You can see that current will flow from higher potential to the lower potential. In the external circuit, you can see current is flowing from higher to the lower potential. However, inside the electrolyte, the current will flow from what? Negative electrode to the positive electrode. You can see like this will flow. Between the two electrodes inside the electrolyte, the current has to flow from lower to the what? Higher potential. We can depict like this, something like this, the current will flowing. Now, in this case, you can see that the cell has to supply extra energy for driving current through the electrolyte, because the electrolyte is having some solution which will consist of atoms, will contain what? Ions, will contain some molecules. So, the current will travel from the negative to the positive terminal of the battery inside the electrolyte. Then the electrolyte here will offer certain amount of resistance. Actually, we call this resistance as what? Internal resistance. So, some of the energy will be spent in driving the current between the two electrodes, and in this case, whatever reading the voltmeter will give you, that will be the terminal potential difference, and we denote it by V. So, we will define what is terminal potential difference. Terminal potential difference, and children will denote it by V. Okay. When the key is open, then potential difference is EMF. Now, when the key is closed, when the current is being drawn from the battery, then the potential difference will be called terminal voltage. And here we can connect a current meter, that is a meter, to measure how much current is flowing in the circuit, right. So, we will say like this: potential difference between the electrodes of a cell, when it is in closed circuit is called terminal potential difference. Now, children, if current is I and resistance is R, then terminal potential difference V is equal to I into R. V is equal to I into R. Okay. So, here we learnt what is EMF when the cell is in open circuit, the potential difference between two electrodes, and when the cell is in closed circuit, potential difference between the two electrodes is called terminal potential difference, and terminal potential difference will be denoted by V. V equals to I into R. Now, children will understand what is the internal resistance of a cell. Let us understand. Internal resistance of a cell is what? Like we said, when we close here, this is the cell, these are electrodes here of the cell. Here we have external resistance R, here we have a key, and then here you can connect an ammeter also. Here you can connect what? A voltmeter to measure potential difference. When you close the key, then external circuit current is flowing from higher to the lower potential, but in the cell is flowing from negative lower to the higher potential, right. And then when current flows from the negative to the positive electrode, the electrolyte offers certain resistance. We can imagine, we can picturize that there is a low resistance connected between the two cells, and this is how the current is flowing, and this resistance is called what? Internal resistance, and we denote by what? Small r. Okay. So, we will say like this: resistance offered by the electrolyte is called internal resistance, and internal resistance is denoted by what? Small r. Okay. Now, this resistance will always be there. It will be small, but it will always be there. Now, on what factor does the internal resistance depend? Factors affecting internal resistance. On what factors does this internal resistance depend? First factor is nature of electrolyte. Bear in mind, if the electrolyte is a strong electrolyte, then what will happen? It will have more charge carriers and therefore internal resistance will be less. Number 2, area of electrodes. Greater the area of electrodes immersed inside the electrolyte, less will be the internal resistance. Number 3, distance between electrodes. Children, greater the distance between these two electrodes, greater the distance that the charges will have to travel for completing the circuit, and therefore more will be the resistance. Okay. So, this is basically same here. R is inversely proportional to area and directly proportional to length, same that you have studied for a wire. Number 4, temperature. Up to a certain critical temperature, children, if temperature will increase, it will help in ionization of the electrolyte, therefore internal resistance will be less. Now, next one is concentration. Concentration. Remember, more is the concentration of the electrolyte, more will be the internal resistance, because more will be the opposition offered by the solution to the moment of charge carriers. So, these are factors on which the internal resistance will depend. Okay. Now, children, we will see relation between EMF and terminal voltage. Relation between E and V. E is EMF and V is what? Terminal potential difference or terminal voltage. So,